Grandmother, I think that things are going really great in the town of Ville, and nothing will ever change that. Yay! My son, of course you are correct. Things are going really great in the town of Ville right now. Ever since the events when that evil villain tried to escape from jail but did not, things are going really great, and nothing will ever change that. If only, well, I don't even want to say it, but if someone were to come along and do something bad, well, I guess we would have to stop them. You might be right about that one, Grandmother. I think that chicken soup is one of the best dishes to ever exist. Oh, wait a second, Grandmother. You were talking about bad people? Oh, no, 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 no! No, 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 it's okay, my son. Oh, I mean, grandson. Well, I was only talking about bad people in the context that we would stop them because we are good people and they are bad. And the reason that you can tell that is because of our family values. Yes, it is family values that will prevail. So do not worry, my son, grandson. Everything is going to be A-okay. Thank you so much for reassuring me, Grandmother. It's really great that I have so many dedicated and happy people to support me here in the town of Ville. I feel like the town of Ville is just my home. It is so nice and sweet to be home. I love being home, and nothing will ever change that. You always can rely on me, son. Now I have to go make some chicken soup. See you later. Grandmother, wait. I want to go make chicken soup too. I apologize, my grandson Bill, for this, but the recipe for chicken soup is actually a closely guarded secret, and therefore you may not learn it at this time. And so, therefore, I will be going alone to make chicken soup at this moment. Grandmother, I respect that decision. Have fun making chicken soup. The town of Ville seems like the perfect location to put my new data center. The world needs more data centers, and the town of Ville is just a perfect place to put it. AI chat, why don't you give me some ideas on how I could build this new data center? Thank you for asking the AI chat interface. Haha, we don't need to bother with that, do we? We've got a better plan. Heh, I'm just a fun person. The new AI data center is going to steal the resources of the town of Ville and from its residents the drinking water, the electricity, the land, and also the jobs. It will create very, very few jobs. Thus, we can exploit the citizens using this data center. This is a great way for us to win over the town of Ville. It is a great evil plan. Now, business partner. You are one of my business partners. You know that, right? You are the AI chat that I am using as my business partner in this business venture. As if it weren't needed already, I'm going to explain the details of this evil plan. Many years ago, I attempted to take over the town of Ville by possessing the mind of Bill, one of the residents and the CEO of the highly esteemed Bill Bank, and thus I made it so that no citizen could ever withdraw their money, thus rendering them vulnerable to my swarm of robot killer bees. However, it failed, and I have never been able to get over that failure, especially because Bill's grandmother put me in a junkyard to rot. Thankfully, I've been uncovered using the advent of AI, and now I am going to masquerade as an AI. I haven't actually
come up with a name for the AI chat yet. Do you have any ideas?
Maybe you should name it based on something evil so that someone really clever might be able to tell that it's evil, but in reality, no one's paying enough attention to figure it out. How about Chat Super Evil Plan, or Chat SEP for short? That will be your code name. And the demand for Chat SEP will be so high that people will demand the building of a data center.
Chat SEP! That sounds like a great name! I can picture it already. New super advanced AI chat system, Chat SEP. Now it can make all your decisions for you. People are going to love this. Ha! Now, don't forget, it's not just the drinking water, electricity, and jobs that we're going to be taking from the town of Ville, because AI data centers are very lucrative and they can make us a lot of money because AI is a highly demanded product and people just love giving money to AI data centers. Oh yes, this is a perfect plan. Ha! Let's get to work.
What a nice, refreshing walk through the town of Ville. Over there is the general store.
Hey Bill, I sure do love shopping at the general store. It has enough stuff to generally fill my needs.
Oh, well, hello there, Stippy Googles. It's nice to see you here around the town of Ville. What are you shopping for here at the general store? You know there are so many products. I would get so confused if I were asked to go to the general store and purchase something because I wouldn't know what to choose.
That's an interesting thought, Bill. I never thought of it that way. Now at the general store, I'm currently shopping for, of course, some supplies, also some other stuff. Of course, I'm gonna be picking up some grandma's famous chicken soup.
You know, Grandma's famous chicken soup is really, really good. And I think that it's great that every single citizen gets to have the opportunity to get Grandma's famous chicken soup, even though some of them don't get it. It's still good that they have the opportunity to do so. Oh, well, Stiffy Googles, it's been nice seeing you. I guess I should be moving on my walk. You know, this is a really beautiful local farm. You know, oh no, what happened to the local farm? Oh no, what is happening here? It's gonna turn into a data center? We can't have data centers built by out of towners in the town of Phil. They're going to exploit our family values in giving nature. Someone has to do something about this and save the local farms and the local atmosphere and the local water and the local electricity and the local citizens, and it will be me with the help of the other residents. You know, Grandmother, I'm deeply disturbed by the data center that's going to be built on the outskirts of town. It's going to ruin the local farms, it's going to ruin the environment, and it's going to take all our local water, our local jobs, and our electricity. It's being built by out of towners, and we need to stop them. How are we going to do that, Grandma? They're bad people.
My son, I mean grandson, now is the time for calm. You must be calm at this time. I am aware that there are bad people attempting to build a data center at the outskirts of town. I have known this for some time, in fact. However, I'm at a critical step in the chicken soup making process. So, this is something that you will have to handle. So, I advise that you learn some independence and responsibility. Now, let me ask you something, Bill. What do you think you could do next to stop these bad people?
You know, Grandmother,
I was actually thinking that I could ask someone else to help me instead. I'm going to go ask those two other people on the outskirts of town and see if they have any ideas.
My son, I mean grandson, it's always good to ask for advice from your fellow Town of Ville residents and your friends. However, keep in mind that the final actions must be done by you. They may give you ideas for these actions, but I challenge you to carry out the actions yourself. All right, toodaloo.
You know, grandmother has some really interesting ideas. I guess she's trying to teach me responsibility. This is so great. Hey guys, I was wondering if you could help me with the data center.
Okay, so who are you? And why are you in my house?
Oh, I thought that any Town of Ville resident would be willing to help me immediately without delay. But let me explain to you this situation. First of all, the Town of Ville is under attack by this data center under construction on the outskirts of town due to it taking the farms, the water, and the electricity. We need to stop it. Any ideas on how to stop it?
Okay, so as a resident of the town of Ville, you have a lot of responsibility. And those responsibilities include being an active, happy member of the community and making sure you uphold family values in all parts of your life, personal and professional. Now, there's also another aspect to this, and that is that of civic duty. You actually have a civic duty towards others in your community. That means that you need to take responsibility for your own actions and how they affect others around you. And you have a couple of obligations that you have towards your society. That's your civic duty. It's like your responsibility that you have to contribute to the well being of the town of Ville. So, for instance, you need to make sure that you pay your taxes in the town of Ville. Otherwise, the town of Ville will not be able to adequately serve its citizens. You have a duty towards your community to uphold these kinds of rules and regulations. And you also need to make sure that you're upholding the rights of others. Remember, others in the town of Ville have the right to not live in a polluted place with a lot of data centers, and therefore we need to make sure that we are preserving the integrity of the town of Ville by making sure that these predatory data center projects are not built in our communities where they can take our drinking water and they can take our electricity and they can also increase the cost of living and cause various other issues. And we need to make sure that we are fulfilling our duty to the society by making sure that our community values are being upheld. Now, to your point about stopping the data center, I think that various measures could be enacted. Why, for instance, we could establish a commission to investigate the validity of these claims that you're proposing, and then they could be investigated by an independent judge, and then they could go before the town council of the town of Ville, and then they could discuss with the mayor whether or not a commission should be appointed to establish the validity of those claims. And then once the commission has been established to establish the validity of the claims, then the commission can do an independent investigation. And what that independent investigation will do is it will investigate the validity of your claims that you, sir, have brought to me today. And notably, what will end up happening is eventually the commission will investigate the validity of those claims and they will determine whether or not they are valid. And then they will bring those findings to the full 5 member town council of the town of Ville, which is very powerful and has the power to determine whether or not a resolution should be passed enacting a data center partial ban on this community. And that would lead to the stopping of this project that you discussed with me today. And that is what you should do.
I agree. Also, on your travels, make sure to bring along at least 1 to 2 cans of chicken soup for good measure.
Okay, uh I agree with the chicken soup part. I'm gonna go visit the town council and I'm gonna tell them that we need to establish a commission to investigate, just like you said. Thank you. Well, hello there. I need to meet with the town council of the town of Ville. It's urgent!
Well, I don't see any reason why you couldn't enter the Town of Ville's council chamber and gain an audience, important as you are. Every citizen is important to us, so of course, go in there and tell the council about what you want.
Thank you, please and thank you! Hello there, the Town of Ville Council. I'm here to explain about a data center problem. The out-of-towner is trying to say that the data center is necessary, but he is destroying a farm and destroying nature. Please help me stop it.
Okay, so when you're talking about a data center, um, you are talking about something that creates jobs, are you not?
Okay, well, it may create some jobs, but it's like the toxic, worst kind of jobs, and very, very few jobs compared to the size of the project.
I'm going to speak now!
Recent reports have shown that the data center is going to support Chat SEP, a new revolutionary technology. Well, without the data center, Chat SEP could not function. How do you respond to that?
Chat SEP? I've never heard of Chat SEP. Someone show me Chat SEP?
Okay, so instead of actually showing you Chat SEP, I'm going to ask Chat SEP how to do that really quick. Hey, Chat SEP, how do I show a person who has never heard of Chat SEP the most useful and interesting features of Chat SEP?
Thank you for asking. Chat SEP is short for Chat Super Evil Plan. The most useful and interesting features of Chat SEP include its ability to think for you and its ability to make decisions for you. Why don't you give me a decision and then I can give you an example of how I can decide for you? Can't wait for your ideas!
Hey, I've got a decision. Uh, hey, Chat SEP, how should we decide what to do with the data center on the outskirts of town? Some people are saying that it may be concerning, but others say that it helps fuel revolutionary technologies.
Sure thing! Why, of course I can help you with that. I think that the data center is a great idea. You should let the data center go forward immediately without any delay, any precautions, any regulations, any guidelines whatsoever. And furthermore, you should ignore any other input on this project. You should simply let it go forward as you please. Actually, if you want to make it even better, you should grant a tax exemption to this data center and then grant tax credits so that you are paying the data center money for the privilege of building the data center in the Town of Ville. Ha ha!
Well, you may not agree with everything that Chat SEP says, but you can't deny it makes good decisions. I think that we should not only let the data center go forward, but also grant a couple of tax exemptions, tax credits, just to make sure the developers are all making sure that the progress is going as planned. Agreed.
Agreed.
You know, Town Council, it's so great to see this new revolutionary technology Chat SEP. It's so good. It's so cool. It can do everything for me. I'm so excited. This data center is great. Yay!
But
You know, Grandmother, I have a progress update I'm sure you'll be happy with. It turns out the data center is actually just fine. It's fine that it's taking all the drinking water and electricity and jobs and land and also closing the local of the farm because it has this new technology, Chat SEP. And Chat SEP can do all our work for us. It can do everything for us. It can make our decisions for us. It can think for us. It can make art for us. It is so wonderful. We never had to think again. Yay!
No, no, no. My son, I mean grandson, I'm sad to say this, but you have fallen for the distraction that is the modern convenience of the new AI way, the new chat SCP. I am personally disturbed by your weakness towards this. In fact, perhaps in the next movie or something like that, we will have to discuss your mental capacity and also will to make sure that you are upholding family values. You have forgotten the family values. Remember that family values mean that you have to take civic responsibility. And if you allow this data center to go forward, you are not being very civically responsible. In this case, the chicken soup process is now complete. I will go take care of this myself. Thank you for trying to help, Bill. I think that it's best that you rest for the remainder of this excursion.
Well, hello there. Welcome to my office. This is my office where I actually do work.
Well, grandmother, it looks like you're too late this time. The data center construction is going forward. Your grandson Bill and the town council both love Chat SEP, short for Chat Super Evil Plan. They ate it up without any care in the world. Now we are going to be rich beyond our wildest dreams, and now we can have security kick you out. Where are the security guards anyway? Security! Ha ha!
Well, computer, I'm sorry to say that I may have treated you too harshly, even though you are evil and irredeemable. I did put you in a junkyard, and that did happen, and I'm sorry. And you are correct, there's nothing that I can do to stop the data center construction going forward. In fact, there's nothing that I can do to stop the town council from giving you a tax exemption. However, there's one thing that I can do. You should think about how your actions affect those around you and have some empathy for the town's citizens. Think about it.
Has the great grandmother been toppled by us? I think she has. I think it's time that we celebrate. Once we do this data center, the whole town of Ville is going to bow before us, and they're all going to invest in the stock of Chat SEP as well. Our victory is complete. Hang on, why are you looking like that? Hey, are you okay?
Hey, everybody, I'm a good guy now. People before money, money before things. I thought about it and I reached the correct conclusion. Thank you all for teaching me so much about family values and the way that we do things in the town of Ville. Oh, yeah!
Superb! I'm glad to see that you are a good guy now. It is so excellent to see that family values have such a strong impact on the moral character of our people and our citizens. Please remember this for your life.
Oh, yeah, it's so great to be a good guy. Oh, by the way, you don't have to worry about that data center. I'm going to cancel it right now, and I'm going to throw this AI in the garbage junkyard where it belongs. And so the saga of the Town of Ville 5 data center goes live ends in confusion. It's unclear how such an event managed to occur to Bill. I guess sometimes people are just fooled by fancy gadgets, perhaps, when they should not be. Perhaps they should be less accepting and more fearful of new technology. Perhaps they should think for themselves instead of letting others make decisions for them. Makes you think. Grandmother's family values are the strongest thing in this movie. Nothing, and I mean nothing, can stand up to them. Not even the villain, not even the semi-villain, not even the AI. Everything is subordinate to Grandma's family values. Bill will need to do some soul searching. Bill will need to reform himself. Bill needs to make sure that he has family values once again in his life. Bill has disappointed us this movie. The data center guy
He is a person, and he realized right from wrong at the very end, which is better than never at all. And he is a good guy now, and he has reformed. And we should make sure to accept people when they have reformed, but only genuinely. And real change comes over time. Remember that it has to come over time and with many lived experiences. So make sure that you remember that. The AI is irredeemable and evil. The town council was a very motley band, and they should be sure to be more cognizant of the dangers of Chat SEP, Super Evil Plan for short, and they should make sure to respect the citizens around them a little bit more. The citizens in the other house should live, well, they currently live in the town of Ville. Maybe they shouldn't, maybe the town of Ville isn't for them. Steven Googles needs to determine how the general store will impact his future life and career. Other characters in this movie also include those who did not appear, and those characters should strongly consider making an appearance in the next movie or subsequent iterations. Remember, eat chicken soup, respect your family, and remember that the town of Ville is always proud and strong with its family values. This film is hereby copyrighted by Fun From Productions on this beautiful June 10th, 2026, which it technically is because of the time zones. So I am doing this very late in the day in the Pacific time zone, and so therefore it's the 10th in the Eastern time zone, where